Let's begin the afternoon section. Let's welcome Group 1. Their topic is, which nation's tourists spend the most cash? And Group 2, please get ready.
Good afternoon. Welcome to CCR News. I'm Harry.
I'm Anne.
Thank you for joining us. So Anne, what topic are we going to talk about today?
Today we are going to talk about which nation's tourists spend the most cash. Chinese travelers are now the top source of tourism cash in the world. According to a new report by the United Nations World Tourism Organization, boosted by a rising Chinese currency, Chinese travelers spent a record $102 billion on international tourism in 2012, a 40% rise from $73 billion in 2011. The results fall right in line with China's outbound tourism growth over the last 10 years.
The UNWTO says the volume of international trips by Chinese travelers grew from 10 million in 2000 to 83 million in 2012, making it the world's fastest growing market. So what's behind the increase?
The UNWTO credits rapid urbanization, rising disposable incomes, and relaxations of government restrictions on foreign travel. In 2005, China ranked 7th in international tourism expenditure and has since successfully overtaken Italy, Japan, France, and the United Kingdom, says the report. With the 2012 surge, China leaped to the first place, surpassing both top spender Germany and second largest spender United States, both close to $84 billion in 2012.
Though the report did not break down spending per trip amongst international travelers, calculating total spending by number of trips suggests Chinese travelers averaged a spend of $1,230 per trip. By 2015, 100 million Chinese will travel abroad, a benchmark originally forecast for 2020, according to the UNWTO.
And now, that China's Stats Council has crafted a landmark plan to kickstart Chinese outbound tourism even further. Expect more phenomenal growth figures. It is dubbed the Outline for National Tourism and Leisure, and is a roadmap for restructuring the current pay-lift system across China with the aim to encourage governmental agency, social organization, enterprise, and public institutions to promote the use of leave days. Importantly, it also gives Chinese workers more freedom and flexibility of where and when to travel.
And what do Chinese travelers prefer to do on their trips? According to Dr. Jim Lee of Hong Kong Polytechnic University, who is our special guest today, specializing in Chinese outbound tourism, unlike other global travelers, Chinese tourists focus mainly on shopping.
Yes, this is the most prominent differences and more embellishing in recent years. If you look at Chinese tourists 10 years ago, they were mainly buy souvenirs. Nowadays, they want to buy luxury products in Italy or Paris like handbags and watches.
Dr. Jim Lee, he's also director of China Outbound Tourism Research Institute, agrees, saying shopping is one of the main drivers for Chinese tourists.
Luxury goods are 20 to 30% cheaper in other global cities. If you plan to spend $10,000 on shopping and only spend $1,000 on airfare, it's much cheaper for Chinese tourists to fly abroad to shop.
Traveling is also a form of soft power, he adds. So it's only natural for the Chinese government to support its citizens to head abroad.
For Chinese people, the United States is the only competitor left. They have an interest in the model for capitalistic development and want to see what they can learn so they can overtake and become number one.
Chinese are very proud of the fact that they are traveling, he adds, given the Cultural Revolution still fresh on the minds of people over 40.
This happened all in one generation. Many of parents who didn't have shoes. All of growth happened so fast and still in living memories. Now they're showing the world and themselves. I'm strong and go spend $5,000 for nothing. Just my pleasure.
Other emerging markets to increase tourism spending abroad over the past decades include Russia, which saw an increase of 30% in 2012 to $43 billion, bringing it from 7th to 5th place in the international tourism spending rankings. Emerging economies continue to lead growth in tourism demand, said Jim Lee.
The impressive growth of tourism expenditure from China and Russia reflects the entry into the tourism market of the growing middle class from these countries, which will surely continue to change the map of the world tourism.
Meanwhile, traditionally hot outbound tourism markets, usually growing at a slower pace, also post a positive result, says the report.
Spending on travel abroad from Germany and the United States grew by 6% each. Spending from the UK grew by 4%. And the country retains its fourth place spot in the list of major source markets. Expenditure by Canada grew by 7%, where both Australia and Japan grew by 3%.
The only market in top 10 to record a decline in international tourism spending were France, down 6%, and Italy, minus 1%.
Expanding middle class will bloom in China, with growing demand for scenery and cultural itineraries as well as shops. Chinese become big spenders as record number head overseas. This is CCR News. I'm Harry.
I'm Anne.
See you next time.
Thank you for your performance.